Hello, my name is Shudley and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Ethiopia. In previous episode we started a war over here in Indonesia and then Italy decided to join on that one. So we're having a bit of a potential problem at least in here. We're going to try to take our Jambi at least out of the war as quickly as possible. We'll do a landing in there, we'll probably be able to conquer that quite quickly. Over here the Italians brought in a decent bit of troops. They might be doing some landings over here in our sort of core territories. Or even Madagascar, we don't know yet. Is there... Oh, we're having a bit of a lack of tools. Okay, well, we can easily expand that production for sure. Tools. Yeah, we got tooling workshop already underway there. Do we have more tooling workshops? Oh yeah, we got one over there, so let's expand that one. Then I believe we got one over here in Madagascar. Did we? No, actually, not in Madagascar. It's over here. Get one loan for that one. I suppose we could set that to expand automatically, and then we got a bit of stuff over here, but I think the tooling industries are very important right now. And yeah, we might have a bit of a secession happening over here. Which, to be fair, doing a landing on there is probably not too difficult. If they do make it... Oh, yeah, they started their thing. Now, of course, depends on who they invite into the... Can they even invite anyone? I don't think they can. Right, okay. They have no maneuvers in there, oddly enough. They got a few battalions at least. But yeah, that's a war that we can probably afford taking some time in there. And looks like our allies are once again attacking. They're not really doing a lot of progress there. Do we have a... Which one of these armies was the artillery commander? Because I'm pretty sure that we have the artillery commander in here. So your defensive strategy, so you should be holding the ground. Expert artillery commander, you are on there. How about you start attacking? Looks like the battles are not very large necessarily. Which means that we got a pretty good chance of getting the, well, not necessarily overwhelming firepower, but the increased firepower in there. I got the secession. We are losing a bit of cash right now, but we are fighting a pretty big war, so I'm not surprised by that. And we are being embargoed by several nations. Which actually, that reminds me, we can cancel a few more things there. Right, so we should have our first proper combat in here. Oh, we got the advantage in numbers. But they got really good defense in there. So I don't think we'll be able to win this. Oh yeah, there's a good general in there. What do we have as assistant, supplier, requisition expert, explorer, expert, defensive strategist? Okay, then that makes quite a bit of difference. Plus, you know, the troops do have pretty good stats overall. Oh, but there we go. Our landing has started in here. We should be able to conquer this fairly quickly. And then after that, we can just utilize this army to do the landing over there, I suppose. Retake Formosa. Yeah, this combat is going to be a loss. There's about 2-to-1 casualties in there, but we are attacking against a fairly well dug in enemy, so kind of makes sense. Do they even have a port in here? I do think they... No, they don't, but they might still get the supplies in there regardless somehow. Although, let's have a look. No, yeah, no, those are in pretty good shape. So I don't think they are actually getting any losses there. They haven't done any landings on us, have they? No, not yet. They might be mostly focusing on the front over here. I mean, that's almost 100 battalions from them. And they... Oh, right, that's the other one. They got about 300 battalions total. So they got another 200 battalions somewhere. Now, are they fighting another war? Probably not. No, they are. Sweden versus Italy. What is this war about? Annex Sweden. Oh, there must have been a revolution in Sweden or something. The Italians were back in the other side. I don't know if they're trying to do something against the Swedes then. But, you know, I'll take it. The combat over here is going to be a bit of devastating loss. But at least we've taken over one of the allies now. And regardless, I have a feeling that Sorokatra is going to lose this eventually. And at that point, we'll control a bit more of stuff. And how is this one coming along? There's not much. They have no allies. They might actually just give up. Because they are worried already. And we are increasing the fleet that we have in here. We've got 34 ships already. We're going all the way up to 40. We built up all the naval bases in there already. We might increase the naval bases in here as well. Get another 5 over there. And maybe a 5 over here. That's a total 10 extra. So we'll have some reserve fleets. Among other things. Are we losing... Oh, it's just the tool shortage. They haven't started sinking our convoys at least yet. So I suppose we don't have a lot of convoys going anymore. Like, we're not trading with all that much nations. It's mostly our own convoys supporting our stuff here. And they haven't sent in any of their fleets. So that's good news for us. But yeah, the combat's over here, not going great. Is this the first? I think this is the first one that we've attacked ourselves, and yeah, it's quite a loss. At least they're losing some morale in there. And some of their defense has dropped. I think. Well, actually, no, it's been around 180 throughout the entire combat, hasn't it? But since we got a lot of troops over here defending, we should be able to hold on for a while. Oh, it's sent the smaller army over here. Or the small army that did the combat over there, over here. I mean, I suppose that might help. We'll at least have a little bit more troops available for the combat in here. We are losing quite a bit of cash per week right now, 150,000. Are we... Oh, right. No, we're still getting the diplomatic pacts from Austria for another 2 years or so. Oh, now it's 4 versus 4. And it's still pretty bad. Versus using some of the somewhat wounded troops there. Alright, let's do the naval landing with this one. Naval invasion into Formosa. Take the small army away from that war. Have it do a bit of a landing there. We might have to put in defensive posture in here at some point. But I'm pretty sure that if they start attacking us, we'll still be able to hold on quite nicely. So I'm not too worried about it. But we are taking a fair bit of casualties in this, so we might have to start slowing down a little bit, as it were. Because the Italians, I mean, they've lost a bit of points there already. Taking some casualties, they got a lot of radicals. Although we got quite a bit of radicals as well, but not quite that much. They got almost 29% of the population is radical, so they are going to be losing war support. At least it's going to go down to 0. I don't know if it's going to drop below 0 yet. Well, actually, it will, because we already control some of the war goals. Although not all that many of them. Right, so is there any more trade routes that we can maybe use? For example, meat. Is there any... Russian market is a possibility. They'd be probably sinking a lot of convoys there. Although we got a lot of convoys available, so we can probably do that. And then liquor. Tunisia, Algeria, Portugal. We'll probably sell some to China, but I don't know if that's going to be the best right now. Well, Tunis is pretty decent, I'd say. Although that is pretty close to the enemy sort of trade routes. And some steamers to... No, that's not particularly good price there. Groceries, we got some extra. Russians, would we like to buy those? Sure. That's going to take a bit of bureaucracy away, but at the same time we're going to get some tariffs back. And also some GDP back through the trading buildings. The name escapes me right now. Right, so we should be able to do the landing there soon. And 4 versus 5 combat, so we're going to lose that. Oh, this is probably the same combat that has been going on for a while. We might have to set this army to be on the defense for a little bit. Just let the troops recover. Taking pretty hefty attrition in here. But since we control one of the war goals already, even if we don't take anything else, we will still win this war, most likely. At least over time, but yeah, I'll just have you defend. Oh, now it's our ally that is attacking. Alright, hold on, it was this army that did the attacking recently, wasn't it? Probably. Oh yeah, morals are pretty bad, but the troop numbers are actually pretty decent, so if we just give it a week or two to at least recuperate, it'll probably be fine. Again, just do an attack altitude, if need be. No landings down on Formosa yet. It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully we can fix that. So our allies are doing, or Puppet is doing what they can. 1 versus 4. That's not going to end well. At least they're taking some attrition. And the skyscraper survey is still taking some time. Oh right, so once that is completed, we'll get rid of the survey thing. We might want to put in a bit more... oh, we're not even building full speed. Alright, well, I suppose that does help with the income a little bit. Let's put another government administration in there. And maybe a few more in other places. Or, are we getting the tooling workshop? It's not too high level yet. So we can definitely increase the levels of those to increase the tool situation. Because apparently we have a bit of a shortage of them. Oh yeah, we have a massive shortage. We do use quite a bit of them, admittedly. And apparently power is also another thing that we are going to need a bit more. Although those we are already expanding, at least some of them. But that kind of makes a difference. We could go for the coal-fired plants already. That would increase the electricity production quite a bit. Just double checking. Is this already... Yeah, that is already coal-fired plants. Wait, is this the same... I think it's the same icon there. It's a bit different... difficult to tell apart of what of the stuff they are actually using. That's a bit of a shame. Alright, well, we've got some more construction going. It's, of course, costing us quite a bit. We've still got 4 million credits, so it's only 4 million credit thus far, so it's not too bad. But it's going to start increasing soon enough, I suppose. Oh, and the landing is being done here. 15 versus 7. I think we are going to win this. Even though we did roll a bit badly with the stuff there. But I think we're still dealing more damage to them than they're dealing to us. Oh, there we go. Jambi has been annexed. Let's just make sure to build a port in there, shall we? Doesn't have a lot of population there, but yeah, the port is going to be very important. And then we're going to get some coal mines or some other stuff in here. Don't have any infrastructure there. Well, we got a little bit of infrastructure there, but not enough. But the port will fix that issue. And, oh, they're bringing more troops here. Actually, that's fine. Because I'm pretty sure that our troops will be able to defend against them perfectly reasonably. And we can start weakening them. Oh, there we go. Our allies stopped attacking, so they might start attacking soon. So have they done any... They haven't done any landings, so that's good. And in the meanwhile, we'll be getting this battle done soon. Srikasha begins mobilization. Oh. Well, that's a bit unexpected. So how is the infamy situation? We're still pariah. We've got 166. Okay, that might be a little bit too much, admittedly. I suppose the revolution also costs us a little bit. With the Ultra War goal there, but yeah, the landing is going to be going quite fine. They're losing more troops than what we are, and we're doing the landing. Of course, we don't have the penalty for landings anymore, thanks to the technology, but yeah, it's still not necessarily the best situation, for our men at least. Oh, we got election going on. And the skyscraper server is indeed going to be done shortly. Let's just, while we wait for things to happen, let's just get this stuff going. We'll have this army. We can send you to help defend over here. So we'll have a little bit extra troops arriving. Just so that if we can force them to bring in more and more troops here, that might actually be a smart idea. And I suppose one thing that I could also do with the navy that we have over there. Start raiding convoys around here. Start raiding the Italian supply network. So they'll take more attrition. Not that they... Oh, hello. They're sinking our convoys there. I don't suppose we have a lot of extra fleets right now, do we? We've got 3 flotillas in reserve, but that's not enough. Plus, they probably have a lot better fleets anyway. We've got a bit of ships there. They are actually increasing in size as well. And then we've got a bit of coal mines being built again. It's requiring more tools. I mean, we're increasing the tool production, but it's probably going to require a lot more levels than what we've set up to be built thus far. So we'll just keep on expanding these. Do we have any more tool production elsewhere? Actually, I suppose the easier way to check that is go to the urban and then tooling workshop, open that. No, we only got these 3 and they're all expanding already. Well, I suppose that's fine then. Right, so have these... They haven't lost their war support yet. Not sufficiently anyway. We'll be getting Brunei as a puppet from this, or Dominion, I reckon. Oh, are they actually attacking us now? Oh, they are. 60 attack, or 66 versus our 200 defense. I think this is going to be a victory for us. But that's good. If they start attacking more and more, that's just good for us. We'll be getting some good victories there, and then the Italians are going to start taking more and more losses. And eventually, they might lose enough troops there that we can manage a counterattack. Right now, that might not succeed, admittedly, but we'll see. And that war is probably going to be over soon. Scraper survey is going to be done soon. And that's going to give us a lot more bureaucracy, which we can... Oh, hello. Ethiopian West Borneo Cyclone. I don't have the money right now, so let's take the devastation there. There we go, so we won the Italians quite handily there. In terms of death, they lost 5 times more than we did, and in terms of wounded, they lost 2.5 times. That's pretty decent. Deal proposed. There's Formosa. Crush. Sure. There we go, so we got that one back. Skyscraper survey completed, and now we got a lot of bureaucracy, so let's go ahead and do the survey. This is Isthmus. And now I believe, okay, so we do lose a little bit in there. I believe we can now build a skyscraper in here, right? Or how do we do that? Or did we build it somewhere else? That's also a possibility, I suppose. Oh, skyscraper site identified. Aha, so we can now build it. Right, so that's in general. Contract skyscraper. So is it now a possibility to build it there? Aha, it is. There's 700 extra infra. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's quite a bit of infrastructure available in here. Alright, I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of people moving in here as well. Yeah, there's quite a bit of growth in there. That's good. And yeah, we've got the tooling workshops underway. I suppose it's just mostly the tooling workshops, isn't it? The skyscraper will be done in due time. Gonna take a lot of paper. Oh. Oh, is that our ally attacking again? Yep. So I guess both sides are kind of attacking every now and then. Nope, they're not attacking anymore. Alright, well. Oh, they've reduced the number of troops that they have there. I see how it is. They haven't started doing any landings yet, have they? At least we don't see any. But are there other wars? They're still fighting against Sweden. Not that they're really doing much in that one. There we go. How long until the skyscraper is done? It's 1,000 points total. Okay, it's gonna take a while then. Like about a year. Oh, 5 weeks for the malaria prevention. Excellent. That means that the colonization over here in Papua is gonna skyrocket, and we'll be basically taking all of the inland stuff here soon. In the meanwhile, oh, our ally is attacking once more. They're down to 100 battalions. Oh, attrition. Oh, are they sinking our convoys? Oh, they are sinking convoys in here. A lot of it. It's not too bad yet, but we might have to send in a fleet to intercept that. Although, how good is their fleet? If we have a look at, say, Lazio naval base, so they do use. Oh, they use ironclad still. Oh. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and send in a. I suppose that is escort convoys. No, we want to escort convoys to. I suppose Indonesia. Start sinking some of those, or intercepting some of their convoy raiding. Of course, we are also raiding convoys over here, I believe. So they are losing probably some stuff there as well. Oh, what's this then? France versus Morocco. Oh. Followed by Lucca, Algeria, Tripolitania, and Tunis. So nothing particularly scary. Right, so Morocco is probably going to be French very shortly. Oh, there we go. We're slowly recuperating some of the losses over here in terms of cash. So the Swiss survey is still. Oh, there we go. Liberal and Free Trade Party and malaria prevention unlocked. So yeah, Liberal and Free Trade parties are the victors on that election, which are already in the government. So I suppose we don't need to change anything there. We could go for the international exchange standards to more minting and less loan interest rate. That could be quite useful. Let's just do that. It's almost done anyway. And now with the malaria prevention, we should be getting the thing shortly, maybe? It used to be an event, but I suppose it might be past the time where that. Oh, there we go. Joining the scramble for Africa. Bring out the maps and the straight edges. So that's our ally attacking again, eh? Yep, it is. Oh, there we go. Now we're not losing quite as much money anymore. That's definitely good news. Although there is. Oh, what's this then? Preparation versus Cambodia. Oh. Alright. We're doing a landing there then. But yeah, thus far we're doing pretty well. I wonder if we are able to intercept any of the fleets here doing the raiding. Hasn't seemed to have been very successful thus far. We've got pretty massive attrition in there with one of the armies. Oh, right, it's the army from Sanji, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we might want to send you to stand by. We'll have a little bit less troops in here, but that'll probably be alright. And once again, 1 versus 3, so it's a lot of unnecessary combats in there. So we're not actually getting them below that. Let's see, if we were to put in Suricatra and then Lazio. Oh Oh, you would actually accept that. Italy, on the other hand, would not accept that yet. They got a bit of turmoil. They got a lot of loyalists. And of course, it's the war stuff, all the stuff pressed in against them and all that. So they wouldn't take that quite yet. They want to liberate Banja and Zambas. Well, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Oh, there we go, submarine doctrine. I'm guessing we are sinking some of the convoys, maybe? Oh, we don't have convoys going through it there anymore. So it's now going through the north once more. Which I suppose is going to save us a bit of convoys. Plus, it means that we'll have someone defending Sanjay if they try to do a landing there. Which they probably won't. Oh, North German Federation is supporting France against Morocco. And there seems to be a lot of swaying going on over there. This seems to be... Hold on a minute. Well, there's China and East India Company versus Britain in Cambodia. And then over here they've got Austria and East India Company on the Moroccan side. And also, speaking of East India Company, I did notice that they apparently own Friesland over here. So they do have a foothold in Europe. As it was a bit of a surprise there. I do admit, oh, Norway is no longer part of the Russian market. They are still allied with Sweden. But yeah, they've managed to get out of the market. So I suppose that's good. I suppose they were some sort of puppet, weren't they? Yeah, we've got all of that underway. We've got someone protecting the convoys coming in here as well. Plus we are trying to sink some of the Italian convoys. At least in theory. Is that still in process? Ready convoys. Let's just double check. We could go over there, I suppose. A bit more central for us. Not entirely sure how much it is going to do difference in there, but we'll see. We're not actually losing all that much money right now, although the investment pool transfers are basically nothing. But I suppose, we're not constructing a lot. But that would make sense. So if we're not constructing, then we're not spending a lot of extra cash. That does remind me, though. I think what we might have to do is get the tool... I mean, the tool situation is slightly better, but we definitely need to increase the production of those even further. Let's put in the auto-expand over there. And then over here we can also get yet another level. So it's going to cost us a little bit more, but we need to fix the tool situation. It's still pretty bad. It's not quite as bad as it was. There's still 70% extra price there, so it is pretty bad overall. Also, one thing that I did notice is that over here with the provincial modifiers, the hardware output is increased by 25%. So if we were to get some logging camps in here, or some more logging camps in there, then we'd be able to get... Of course, we don't have workers in either one of those. What about over here? What sort of... we have no modifiers there, alright. There's coal and sulfur mines in here. Of course, we have no workforce available, so that's going to have to wait. But yeah, this war is not going very far. Italy still has minus 100 for the acceptance score for this peace deal. Got good war support. They still got a lot of gold reserves. I suppose better than what we have. Oh, I realized what happened there, why they didn't start building anything. Because the skyscraper was still taking a lot of time, so it takes the last thing on the list. It doesn't check if there's room in the construction, or is there still extra construction capacity available. Probably stop damaging the relations with the Zimbabwean uprising. Oh, there we go. International exchange standards unlocked. So more minting, less loan interest rates. And Shona people have begun migrating to Oromia. Oh, excellent. So that means that our capital can have even more industries. I mean, it's got plenty of capacity for it, that's for sure. Plastics is almost done. We could start going for the combustion engine, actually. We'll start doing that. So that's going to unlock us a bit more things to do. Right, I think it might be time to send our expert artillery commander over here to do another attack on the enemy. They got a large army in there. A good general. But, well, yeah, they got 100 battalions in there, so it's definitely not small armies in there. But I think we can maybe start weakening them a bit more, although this one doesn't seem to be very promising attack there. But if we sort of start damaging them further and further, we'll probably eventually win. Right, so the skyscraper is going to be done... Oh, right, if we don't have enough urban centers in here, then that would fail, but the skyscraper is underway. Plastics unlocked. Okay, so glass works. We could, if we start using some more oil, we can produce more glass. That would be a massive increase in there, but also a massive increase in the oil consumption. So that might be a bit expensive. Maybe we'll do somewhere a little bit smaller first, like this one. There's 150 oil, so the oil demand isn't going to increase that drastically. We'll have a bit more stuff there. Oh, there's a bit of fighting going in India, as well as over there. Alright, so over here, did we... Oh, the oil rig is expanding already. And we got the tanker cars, so that's good. It's not producing all that much yet, but that's only level 1 there. The level 2 is going to double the production, basically. Actually, more than double. Oh, we're also getting some whaling stations now. That's good. More oil is always nice. Oh, there we go. Now we've got 4 versus 4 combat in here. Still losing it. At least we're slowly pushing in there. They've lost, or rather, we've lost a lot of combats in there. If we had a look at the combat map in here, it's just a massive list of combats that we've lost there, and we've won 1 on our side of the front there. Oh, so Portugal versus Spain. What is this war about? Diplomatic play in Indonesia. Territorial Western Guinea and Azores Treaty Port. All Spanish war operations, Haitian war operations. Okay. Oh, do they? Oh, the Portuguese have basically no troops. So that's going to be a bit of a loss for them, I suppose. Alright, well. Oh, hello. That's a lot of fleet in here. 90 ships, but we are actually winning that. Oh, wow. The amount of wounded that they have here is massive. Now, sure enough, we're taking quite a heavy losses ourselves, but, like, nothing compared to what they've taken. Damn, what's that invasion fleet over where they're trying to... Oh, they're be singing convoys here, so they're probably trying to raid our convoys going through there. But yeah, we showed them who's got the better fleet, I suppose. With that much worse fleet than what we have, I wonder if we'd be able to do a landing in Sardinia or something. They got 20 battalions in there, so it might be a bit tricky. What about Sicily? They got at least 15, but... Well, they haven't activated conscripts there. I don't know if they've activated the barracks over there, I suppose. Can we see about that army that they have in here? Of where they are from? Sicily, Tuscany, Lazio, and Emilia. Oh, so the Sicilian troops are busy. In that case... Well, they probably still have a massive fleet, don't they? Yeah, they do. They lost some fleets. They'll be able to rebuild those. But yeah, it was about 90 flotillas that we fought and won. So I'm rather impressed by that. We might have to increase our fleet. You know what? Do have... No, we don't have a lot of stuff in here. So Arabia fleet, for example, is probably not a possibility. We could just increase the naval bases around here. Maybe Eritrea could have a few naval bases. Get like 5 over there. So we can recuperate our losses slightly faster. Losing £75,000 per week right now, but that's mostly construction costs. So actually that's not too shabby. And how is our stuff going on over here? Okay, 3 versus 4, so we are still fighting sort of losing battles in here a lot of the time. Not much I can do about it. But we won the naval battle, which I'm a little bit surprised actually. So how is Italy's war support? It's down a little bit. And they would almost take this, well, not really. But they're getting slightly closer. The gold reserves are going down. The turmoil is actually also going down in Italy. But the war support, once that drops, I mean, it's dropping like 1 a week. So this will take quite some time, unless we can do a landing in, like, Sicily would be quite a useful place to do that in. There is a path to cross through there, but if we be able to get in here, and, you know, just set up a bit of defensive and hold on to the ground. Oh, actually, we've got a lot of authority. What we could do is we could put in another consumption tax. Transportation would be 19,000. If we go for opium and glass, that would be also about 20,000. A bit more taxes there. Of course, it might mean that the standard of living is going to drop a little bit because the prices for the stuff, for people buying them, is going to be slightly increased. But we might want to get some more tooling workshops in here. I'm just going to queue up on yet another one right after the previous one, because the tool shortage is still a thing. We're still missing about 4,000 tools total. So definitely need to work on that one. I suppose we'll just queue one over here and one in the south to increase the productions of those. We've got a couple of peasants in here. The coal mines are pretty high level already. Is that? Oh, it's capped at 50% extra. Alright. So there is... Oh, it's a tool. shortage is affecting us there. That does make sense. In the meanwhile, we're serving Suez as well. Oh, hey, 5 versus 5. This might be slightly closer to our victory. They lost a lot of morale, although not sufficiently. We're still taking more casualties, but, you know, we're slightly closer to a victory there. So it's just a bit of attrition, and we might be able to win that. Or a bit more attritioning them, and we might be able to win. Now, is there... Oh, we got a... Why do we have supply network going through here? Are we trading with someone in there? Maybe. Because we're trading with some stuff down here. Oh, we're trading with the Russians, aren't we? That's at least one of the things. And then maybe... I don't know if that counts as Spain or who exactly it is. Maybe... Oh, it's Tunis, isn't it? Right, are they sinking any of our convoys here? Not really. They're mostly just focusing their fleet over there. So I'm wondering if I should do the landing in Sicily. I could give it a try. We're doing the convoy raiding right now, but I suppose if we were to take that and do a landing in Sicily, and then if we do manage to get there, we can send in some extra troops there, and just hold our ground, force them to sort of fight us in there, take more attrition and all that, and that way we might be able to slowly... I mean, we're still whittling them down over here, little by little. We've got the manpower to spare, so to speak, I mean, at least to some degree. So we'll be able to keep going. How's the munitions price? The lead price is starting to be pretty high. Have we managed to get any... I suppose the lead mines over here, I mean, they're pretty much as... well, not as big as they can be. Well, there's not enough workforce in that state, though. So that's a bit of a problem. Then, of course, we got the lead mines... what was it over here? It's over here, but that's already fully built. There's no lead mines over there. We do have a lead mine over... Hold on a minute, was it over here? No, that's oil rigs over there. The gold mine over here isn't all that active yet. We'll put in a bit more production in there for sure. Dynamite, let's put in the steam donkeys, everything that we can do to reduce the workforce required for that. So it's a little bit easier to keep it fully employed. And that's going to give us a bit more money from there. I know that we had a lead mine somewhere that we conquered. I don't remember where it was. It's not here. There's a little bit of pops in there. We can maybe get another opium mine. It wasn't there. Oh, hold on a minute. Was it down here? No, there's iron mine and sulfur mine. So I suppose it was Sinai that we got that. Oh, here we go. Another combat in here. They had a lot of ships apparently. Not anymore. Oh man, they're losing a lot of stuff there. And we're preparing for the invasion of Sicily. If they're spending a lot of their stuff trying to fight us down here. Oh, what's this then? A good vintage. Some wine produced in Upper Egypt has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. So exclusive wine, 5 years, 5% prestige, or building wine output. Are we selling a lot of the wine? I suppose is the question. We got fairly low price for the wine already. So I think what we're going to have to go for is the extra prestige. That wouldn't hurt, but we are also out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.